Alright guys, welcome back to Couch Bros with Zach and Zoe here.
Hey guys, how you guys
Today we're going to be reviewing Goblin Slayer. And you know what?
Episode 3 and
4. And it was great. It was actually, it had some comedy in it this time. Poor Goblin Slayer, but
there's some good comedy. I liked it.
It was a good
And
episode.
it started off with 3 new characters being introduced. We had the High Elf,
dwarf and
a lizardman.
The thing is, I was confused at one point, but I guess I'll talk about it later on because it did involve the 4th episode. So it's because I was confused. Is he a lizard man? Because some of his
I can explain that part. That's no problem. But so we get introduced to these 3 new characters, and they go into our guild and they ask the girl in the front counter where Orc Blog is.
Yeah, Orc Blog. First of all,
they have no idea who Orc Blog is.
Or Beard Cutter.
And then the dwarf comes in and tells the high elf that these humans don't know the elfish language. And then he says, "Where's Beard Cutter?"
But now my question is though, okay.
But that's I'm assuming that's dwarf slang. So because the lizard man comes in and he's like, these guys, they both don't know what they're talking about. But as they're trying to figure out the guy's name, he walks in. And
I believe they were about to mention Goblin Slayer when he coincidentally walks
and
into the door.
All he hears is his trigger word goblin, and right away, goblin.
That's just who he is. I mean, if you think about it, Goblin Slayer. And who he is now.
That's the thing. Once he hears goblin, that's all he cares about. So these 3 new characters, they're all silver ranked.
They're all silver ranked.
They invite our hero Goblin Slayer to the 2nd floor to have a meeting with him to give him a mission.
Yeah.
And right away, no goblins. He does not
care. Well, the thing is because first of all, I guess they really wanted him mostly to fight a demon lord and all that, but in reality, it was just for goblins.
Well, they're trying to build an army to fight the
demon lord
or whatever army or whatever he is, but. The Goblin Slayer, he doesn't care. He doesn't care if there's demons.
Goblins come first. Goblins always come first.
He doesn't care. Dragons, demons, what other creatures could there be? It doesn't matter.
Who knows?
All he cares about is goblins because that's his
world.
world.
It means what he
is.
And
the girl told him, the high elf told them, these demon lords, and right away he's like, I don't care. The demon lords can come in and destroy the world.
Straight to the point.
But before they destroy the world, the goblins are going to destroy the village. So his mission is just to destroy goblins. He doesn't care about anything else. But eventually, I think the lizard man figured it out and was like, "Oh, but there's goblins." And right away, he's like, "Okay,
boom,
cool.
let's go.
Let's go." I don't even care about the pay as long as you say goblins. And they head out on their adventure. And before they get to where they're going, they have like a little campfire.
Yeah, campfire. I'm gonna say it's probably my favorite part of it.
Yeah, because it's funny.
They make fun of them
because Goblin Slayer, he's just like sitting there and he's like, "Oh God, I hate these people." Especially the high elf. I'm pretty positive he was just sitting there, going like, "Oh, just kill me."
I know.
Just end my life. This is worse than goblins. That's what he was saying because he's a loner. He's a lone wolf, and that's how it is.
I honestly think he would rather hang out with goblins.
Then yeah,
because at least he knows what goblins want.
And apparently, they all share, one item. Everybody shared one. I believe the dwarf shared his
alcohol.
Alcohol. The girl shared some cookies. The high elf shared her like a little bread, shortbread.
Special occasion.
The lizard was sharing his
what did he share?
Meat. Like
his meat from a swamp
I don't remember
creature.
what the priestess shared.
She shared a soup with the elf.
Oh yeah, the soup with the elf, and then our hero Goblin Slayer
brings out the cheese
and wine.
I guess goes together.
Good.
I mean, I'm not a fan of the wine, but
I'm a fan of the cheese, not the wine. But good mix, guys. You can try it out. But now. They all share, and again, Goblin Slayer is just hating his life because, again, they're all annoying.
Yeah, pretty much.
And one funny thing, the lizard man, he was saying that he became a adventurer because he wants to be a dragon. So I don't know if that's going to head into anything, but
I wonder because he's a lizard. He's a lizard guy.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I have a question. I'm gonna wait till the end when we get to that part. But one thing is. That cheese did look pretty freaking good.
It looked delicious. I'm kind of hungry now thinking about it.
It made me hungry.
But one thing we should say is these 3 silver ranked, they're all again really high ranked.
Yeah,
people. They're silver ranked. I mean, they're not
the highest ranked. I believe it's the third highest, right?
Third highest. But we see that these three guys are like, why is this guy just haunting goblins? It's so dumb. Like, they think everybody thinks it's an easy job. Like, Goblin Slayer shows us it's not that easy. Yeah, there's easy missions, but sometimes it's just too difficult.
Yeah, it's because sometimes, well, like we saw in the first episode, it was a cave, but apparently, well, like we saw in the fourth episode, how they actually entered, I guess, a nest, you would like to say? Imagine, he's been doing nest hunting by himself for a very long time. So we can just imagine all the experience he actually gained, and he was alone, too.
And also, one thing he did say is, the more imagination you have, the longer you'll survive. And we see that in episode 4. So now going into episode 4 is when we get to the temple, and what happens to the temple?
No, actually, I want to say something, though.
Yeah.
The reason is that it's because, like, he did mention, I believe it was the second episode, he did say Goblin see him as Goblin.
Yeah.
I mean, that shows a lot if you think about it. I mean, he's hunted goblins so long, he knows how they think, how they're going to react, and pretty much how to kill them.
He's gone through so many scenarios, but which is great because we see these 3 silver rank, his 3 new partners, they think Goblin killing is easy.
It's easy for them, but now they finally notice it's not easy.
When they get into the temple, like, well, what does the High Elf? The High Elf was not expecting none of this when she saw her own.
Yeah, when she saw, I guess her own kind of people be like, I guess she was tortured for a while. She was used as a plaything, and who knows what else happened to her. But the thing the thing I was actually like more like I guess more into was how the Goblin Slayer. Well, mostly when the dwarf said we should go left because that's where they're at. But no, the Goblin Slayer decided, let's go right. Why did he want to go right? Who knows? Only he would know. But what really got me is, did he feel something in that direction?
What I think it was is that he knows that everybody's going to the left. Yeah. So he knows that there's a short path to the right, so he doesn't want to get cut off like the cave.
Yeah.
So that's what he's thinking, and again, it's all that experience. The other people don't have that experience. They think goblins is again just easy
kills, but
the Goblin Slayer just shows the experience by going, no, let's not go left, let's go right to cut off to make sure there's nothing there that can cut us off. So that's what they do, and that's where they find that High Elf. And a little goblin sneaks in, but again, that's his 3rd kill. Now I love that he kills the goblin. He's like 3, 4.
He's
5.
always gonna be counting. But the thing is, okay. So now my question was for this. Now the Lizard Man, okay, he was talking about his ancestors, and he was using one of their spells. But if you notice, the name of the spell was something with Iguana Man.
End, yeah.
So I'm thinking, is he a lizard or more of an iguana?
What?
I mean, it's the same thing.
They're all similar. At the end of the day, he's trying to be a dragon. So now, I don't know that we'll try to get more detail.
Yeah, we're gonna find out more about that.
When we catch up to the end of the anime episodes, he'll get more information.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna start investigating more things about this,
and we'll release more side stories on all the characters, more information on everybody.
Yeah, because I actually want to learn more about Goblin Slayer's past. I mean, I know we did get a glimpse of it, of his past with how.
But we'll make a video for that on Saturday or Sunday. But let's continue with the review. So after they save the girl, the guy, the dragon guy, he uses one of his.
Yeah, he uses one of his, I guess, his special ancestor magic. Gets the girl, takes her to safety, and I guess gives them a message also.
Yeah, to give to the High Elves. Yeah. I guess the High Elves are really close to the scouts. Yeah, the scouts. So after that, they continue on their mission, and
now, this is probably something for the end, but I'm starting to think this is no longer a review because we're kind of just telling the entire story now. That's just what it kind of it's kind of going towards now. Because we've been explaining the entire thing.
That's how it is. So,
but okay,
we'll
keep going.
So all this when they get to where all the goblins is, again, this is the experience of and the imagination of the Goblin Slayer.
I guess he's prepared and ready with any plan.
The thing is, the other people, the other silver ranked, including the priestess, she's not a silver rank, but including all the silver ranks is they're trying to figure out how are they going to kill all these goblins that are sleeping on the floor, and right away the Goblin Slayer is like, okay, you and you use your magics together. And he fuses it to.
Now, what did you think was gonna happen? Before he said the plan, what did you think was gonna happen? Because for me, what I thought is he was gonna stick to the basics, smoke him out. What I imagined was, I believe it was episode 2, when the priestess used the barrier. Now I thought he was gonna have her just do a barrier. She was gonna smoke him out. That's honestly what I thought.
Well, there's too many openings.
Yeah,
to
that
it,
thing.
but
But then when I saw the dwarf, I guess tossing the alcohol, like the mist. At first, well, I'm guessing it's not alcohol.
yeah, well, I also assumed that they're gonna put them all on fire.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
But they put them all to sleep, and they use their own weapons to kill the goblins. Yes. And again, the one that starts doing it is the Goblin Slayer. The high elf looks at it and goes like, "Oh, that's a good idea." So she starts doing it too, to preserve their own weapons.
I kind of did think she was probably gonna end up dying.
Yeah, and you know what? These three silver ranks are they thought it was gonna be an easy job, but they learned a lot, and they realized that this was not an easy job. Killing goblins is a full-time job, and you have to be a pro. And after they kill all these goblins, what do we get? That beast.
Oh, dude, that beast! What? He's, I guess, the demon or general or someone gave him the goblins or something, right?
From what they said, the demon general gave him an army, so he's the general's one thing. He's probably
this guy's he's just an underling.
Yeah, he's under the general, and then he has his shoulders.
Now I'm pretty sure. I'm guessing in the other episodes. I'm not sure. Since you're ahead, I don't want you to answer this, but I'm just gonna assume we're gonna see more armies of goblins. Odds are they're gonna go into another nest.
I think it's goblins all day, every day.
Goblins all day, and, but
again, I'm not caught up with the anime too. I'm assuming also we're gonna have goblins, but we're gonna get different generals, different leaders eventually, and goblins. He's just gonna be knocking all these guys out. So because at the end of the day, all he cares about is goblins.
So I guess we now have 3 new members into a party.
Do you have a favorite member from these 5? Besides, you can't pick the Goblin Slayer.
Besides the Goblin Slayer, I think it might be the dwarf, because there's just something about him.
I've always liked elves. I've always liked
the thing is, I've always liked elves because of their archering skills.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna go with the dwarf. I'm gonna go with the dwarf this time.
Yeah, but they find after they kill all the goblins, they find out the ogre comes out. It's an ogre, right?
Yeah, he's an ogre,
and
I guess a really overpowered
ogre.
And
he has self-generation apparently.
No, I believe all ogres have always had that kind of ability. In most of the games I've seen and played, they've always been able to regenerate.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's
something new.
Something that's been
okay
for a long time. Except for Shrek, I'm pretty sure he does not regenerate. Pretty sure.
I go from Goblin Slayer to Shrek.
Dude, just
okay. It happens. Okay. So this is what's gonna happen now, guys. The ogre comes in. He does a fireball, and
priestess come in for the ref. She
uses her last two abilities to save us. And all in all, that ogre was kicking everybody's ass. It came to the point where it even hurt the Slayer and really hurt him.
Yeah, he got really hurt.
They had to give him some potion. After he took some potions, he healed up, and then.
Now this part, I have to comment
I'm so confused.
It's really specify this.
I'm still
this scroll though. He thought so far ahead because he wanted, I guess, to drown him once, but he got a scroll that transfers. It was a transferring kind of scroll from the bottom of the ocean.
And again, we'll get more information on how that scroll works and how all the damage did on another.
But at the end of the day, just goblin slaying. Yeah. That's how it is.
It's funny because the one that took down the ogre was the Goblin Slayer, and it's what he said to him at the end is, "Goblins give me more problems than you do," and then he kills them, and it's just. That's how he is. He's just direct. He doesn't care, and I hope he stays like that.
He's probably gonna be like that. But you know what, guys? We're gonna have to wrap it up here. We'll see you guys next time. Be sure to hit the notification bell, subscribe, leave a comment, let us know how we're doing, and see you guys next time. Sorry to cut it short this time, guys. Thanks.
Good night.